And Michelle Danner got her start back in 1977. She helped with the production and administration of Saturday Night Fever, West Side Story, Bubbling Brown Sugar, and did many of their European tours. And she is an actress and an acting coach. And she's here with the one and only Nancy and Larry Manetti.
Hey, Michelle, tell me about How to Go on a Date in Queens.
Yes, that was a movie that I did some years back, and it had a great cast. Jason Alexander and Ron Perlman and Esai Morales and Rob Estes and Kimberly Williams, Allison Eastwood, and we did this little entertaining movie.
No Italians, huh?
Saw the lights theatrically, and also was the ABC Sunday Night Movie of the Week on Memorial Day weekend a couple of years ago. And it's a little movie that I did just for fun with my friends, but, people, it's like a date movie, and people, have seemed to love it throughout the years.
It was a great cast, jeez.
You produced, directed, and starred in this, and what was it like working with those people? When you're an acting coach, do you sometimes pull people off the side and say, "Hey, do it this way"?
Well, I think that's the job of the director, right? To tell their actors to do it the way that they want. But I think back then, I wasn't as strong as I am now. I think I would more now. I would take that approach, do it, the way I want.
What network was it?
ABC.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Michelle, you were coaching Andy Richter on The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien?
Oh, really? You were coaching Andy. What was that? Yeah.
Well, that was it was a fun thing to do. The joke was that he was coming to learn how to announce Conan on the inauguration, the first month.
Oh, funny.
And, and they had come, and they told me it was going to be 2 minutes, and we did a little segment, and then we ended up having a lot of fun, and then it turned out that it was a long segment. It was like over 7 minutes.
Wow.
I remember that segment. That was a fun little bit there with old Conan and Andy. And you.
We had a good time. It was a lot of fun, and Andy was great. I was a straight man.
You've got a list of people you've coached. Salma Hayek, I mentioned Penelope Cruz, Christian Slater, Sally Kellerman, just to name a few. What's it like? What's Christian Slater like? How do you have to work with this guy? It seems like he could kind of erupt from time to time.
Well, I've worked with Christian a while back, and, he was great, and he also supported our theater here, the Edgemore Center for the Arts, several times, and he's a wonderful guy to work with.
Yeah, you shouldn't be so,
just
caustic.
The attitude sometimes, not caustic,
Michelle, he's on his own. I don't want... Christian Slater's mother, by the way, is a big casting director.
Well, I was just saying.
So put a Band-Aid on it, buddy.
He's an excellent actor. What about guys like Rick Fox? What about guys that were in a different medium, like in sports? And then how do they come through? How do you work with them differently?
Rick is I remember working with Rick again. That was a few years back as well. Very talented actor and great instincts. And I find it very easy. I've worked throughout the years with many well-known athletes and gold medalists. And, I find it easier to work with athletes because they really understand the discipline that's involved with the craft of acting. Because, I think there's a misconception about actors. Everybody thinks they can do it. And, it's not brain surgery. So you don't really have to go to medical school, and just anybody can do it. I went to the bank, and the bank teller goes, "What do you do? You're an acting teacher." "Oh, yeah, I can do that." And so, it's a craft, and there's a discipline to it, and athletes understand first and foremost what that is.
It's good. Did you help him with his three-pointer? I'm just kidding.
No. But you have to know that, I traveled with the Harlem Globetrotters for many years.
Oh, my favorite. I love those guys.
Mm-hmm.
That was Abe Saperstein, right?
No, well, I didn't know him. But
we met Meadowlark Lemon.
Yes, and I didn't know him. It was Twiggy was the showman of that group. But that's right. That's famous whistle, yes.
There was one guy
Michael.
There was one guy on that team that was fantastic.
Meadowlark Lemon, that was the guy.
No, a black guy. I can't remember.
That's funny because they all are.
I know, honey. That was the joke.
Thank you so much, Larry. Okay, you talk here, and we're talking with acting coach and actress Michelle Danner. You said your style is eclectic. What does that mean?
It means that we embrace, when you look at acting philosophies, everybody believes there's a certain way to do it. Some people will tell you to only use your imagination. Others will tell you to just use your personal life. Others will tell you to not worry about that and just get the energy from the other person. So everybody, there's a different methodology to it. Meisner and Stella Adler and the method and Lee Strasberg. And the work that we do here at the acting studio at Edgemore is that everybody is right. We embrace every ideology.
We like that. What's the website if people want to get in touch with you and take lessons or whatever at the acting school at Edgemore?
Well, there's the edgemorecenter.org, and then there's the acting studio at edgemar.com.
Spell Edgemar for us.
EDGEMAR.
Great. Acting studio at Edgemar or the edgemarstudio.com. Thanks so much, Michelle, for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Michelle. It was fun.
Hi, I'm Howard Dvorkin, the founder of Consolidated Credit. For almost 2 decades, Consolidated Credit has helped millions of Americans just like you.